Hey guys, Dave back again, and today we're going to be going over the build and review of the number 15 real grade Gundam Exia from Celestial Mobile being GN001. Now I actually had a complete blast building this. It doesn't hurt that, this is one of my favorite suits or series. I know a lot of people disagree with me. They think it's stupid and everything, but I don't really give a damn because it's one of my favorites. I relate to the story, one of those kind of things. Plus, I think it was one of my first series that I actually just got into. So, going over, like I said, it was a lot of fun to clean up and build, and I'm really getting into these real grades. Especially compared to the high grade 1/144ths. I think you guys will probably see a lot more of the real grades coming. I don't know how many. I still have like 3 up on the shelf, so those may end up sufficing for the month of March. So we will end up seeing. Just giving you a quick spin around here. I got all lined up. I got all the stickers on. Yes, I said stickers. So if I decide to paint it, they're easy enough to peel off. I'm going to show you guys in a video. I think I'm going to end up doing a series of just quick short how-tos, being like 3-4 minutes long, just showing you guys how to anywhere from sanding, gluing, lining up parts to making your own custom either armor pieces or your own photo etch parts, just little things like that. And so I'll show you guys how to, if you are doing stickers, to make them kind of disappear for the fact that they are stickers. There's a really simple way to do it, so I'll end up showing you guys that. Now going over here, one of the things that I do wish is that this was big enough for a light unit, though it is not, because the head does have the clear green in it and everything. You can see all, well, I hope that they're showing up on camera, but you do have the effects parts, both here, down here, sides of the arm, or on the arms, and then on the head, along with all of the GN units, or GN ports, I should say, because there's only actually one GN unit, which is right back here. It is removable. There were only 2 parts that were left over on the sprues, and that was backside of one of these, and then also an extra V-fin, which I would hold on to because bumping it's not going to fall off right now. Watch, I say that and it does. But it is pretty easy to knock out of the head, and I think that might be designed that way on purpose, just in case you do bump it and you don't end up snapping it, because it is pretty thin. As far as movable parts on the body, you do have this ought to work pretty well as a pointer. You do have these pieces here, which do fold up and down. The shoulder pieces here do kind of pivot in and out, just like on the master grade, and the cockpit hatch will pop down, though there is no actual cockpit in there. Articulation and hidden gimmicks are pretty good. One of the things I will tell you with caution is on the legs. Make sure and do the manipulation of the joints first before you put on the armors. Be gentle with it, as there are a couple of places that are super tight and they will pull loose. So on the leg, giving a quick overview, you do have a bend. You do have where the knee will separate there, and it will fold up very well. You have this piece that is movable here. You have the ankle. You can move the foot both this way. The toe piece does move. Not only just being on the ball joint do you get a left and right, but there is also a hinge in here for the ankle so that you can pivot it even more. I think, though I have not tried it, if you put put it together without the, well, it might do it with the armor pieces on. You could almost put the bottom of the feet together. Now one downside is I did find that there was some limited movement. It gets really tight if you're wanting to really crank up the leg to have a like knee-high pose, unless you want to try and do it to the side, but even then you can see where it's binding up. Plenty of panel lines and details in that fashion, and there are joints in here for the GN swords. You can see they can pop onto the hip here, though I have found just in playing around with it that it does really limit the mobility and posability of it having them on there, mainly because the handles and stuff get in the way. Now this piece here does slide out, and you can fold this piece in, tuck it away, you can't even see it, so it is nice in that fashion. Now having those off, other than you can see, because I don't have it folded in, it does hit on the body joint up there. Here, I think I've got enough fingernail that I can do this without popping off the hip, I think. Don't hold me to it. There we go. So you can see that that slides out. We're just going to pop that in, and it actually is supposed to, before I get in there too much more, get out. That's the only thing with these little kits, or what's little compared to my hands, is you have to get tools and stuff. Alright, with that folded in, you can see you can get a full like super karate kick to the side there, which means you can do the same thing the other side and have him completely do splits. I don't know why you would want to, but you can. You get rotation at the hip here. Again, like I said, you do get a fold in the leg. You can have him kick himself in the back of the head. I actually think this has better, or I can't say better, it has cleaner and more fluid movement in movement than the Master Grade did. Sorry, I've got cotton mouth. Usually I'm all coughing. Today I have cotton mouth. You do have good articulation in the waist. You do get a little bit of ab crunch there, not a whole lot, but you do get some. And you do get just a minimal amount of side to side. Let's see here. In the arms, you do get a twist up here at the bicep. You do get a, that's going to make me a liar. I got to do it earlier. That's making me a liar. I did, it might be because the armor is on there. You do get a good bend, and I think I might have some binding going on, but I did have it doing a double bend earlier when I was playing around doing some poses for a shot. Now it does come with the shield that goes on that arm. It just clips on like so, but I do not like having it on there because again it is a hindrance to the mobility and movement. Swinging over to this side, you do have the GN sword, slash gun slash shield. It does clip onto the hand and the arm. You do get some flexibility in here, as there's a hinge here and a hinge here. You can't get a full where he's really swinging it across, dragging it across his chest like in the anime, because this portion here gets in the way. Now if you want to be careful, you can pop that out and then achieve that look. You just have to be careful of the weapon falling off the hand. You do get the effect parts that are up here in the shoulder. Back here you get two more beam saber handles, which are movable both this way and up and down. This one you get two that they do flex up and down here. Like I said, you do get the GN drive, which is removable. I don't know if I can do it properly or not. When you do pull off the clamps, you can open up the drive, if you can see it close enough there. And you guys up a little bit. Hopefully that's all in focus, I'm hoping. But you do get the you can pull out so you can see the GN drive in there a little bit better. But it does, when you want to put the clamps back on, it does close it back down. Lots of detail and color separation, but and panel lines also in the head. Like I said, the V-fin, it is thin, it is sharp, very nice. With these, they are posable up and down. I like to have them about halfway. They don't hinder the range of motion or anything like that. You do have the shoulder pieces that clamp on to that part. Now you do get, I have a fisted hand and then the holding hand for that. You do get a total of 8 hands. You get your action hand, both for right and left. You get a fisty hand, right and left. You get a holding hand, right and left. And then you do get the real grade posable hands for both right and left. It does have movement in one knuckle right here, and then right there, and of course you've got those. Not a big fan. I wish they'd throw another ball joint in there. I'm not a big fan of it this way, or I wish I had just gone perfect grade style and done the individualized fingers. I don't like the funky 3 attached but yet movable there. Like I said before, you get the GN Sword 2, the GN Sword 3. And what else do you get? Oh yeah, you do end up with a lot of stickers left over, just in case you drop them, because they're expecting them. And you do get both short and long beam sabers for the handles that are on his back. You get 2 extra beam saber handles, and I don't know that they go on here. I didn't find a port for them. I don't know if maybe they're so that he can hold them. The sword, the GN sword, will fold like so. Actually, let's get that out of the way. Will fold like so, so you can have him like such. Personally, I don't care for that look. I like him with, I prefer it with the sword down. Do a quick pose here. And now doing this is really making me itch to get the, even though they are high grades, to get the rest of the set, maybe some Tyrans, things like that, just to make a small like shelf diorama. Nothing fancy, but they've gotten expensive, and especially for just being high grades. I really wish that Bandai would give the rest of the cast some love, both in the real grade and master grade. They have kind of really slacked as far as doing the rest of the suits. They've just done some of the major suits. Though I do have to say one of my favorite suits is the Jinx. Other than you have to have it on a flying base or on an action base, because it will not stand on its own. Trust me, I only know this from experience. Alright guys, so that's it for this review. Altogether, I would have to give it 2 thumbs up. You can pick this up over at Hobbywave. And I know I've gotten some questions whether they're actual, whether Hobbywave is an actual sponsor. They are not an actual sponsor. They're just where I have been getting my kits from. I don't have a sponsor. I would love one, but as it stands right now, everything that I've been reviewing has been coming out of my pocket, or has been on loan to me by a couple friends, which I want to give shouts out to, though they wish to remain nameless, because they don't want their families to know that they have a hoard of kits sitting in my closet. Thanks again. Sorry for being so long, but you know, I have fun doing these, and I hope you guys enjoy watching them. Thanks for sticking around, and hopefully I will have some more fun, interesting stuff coming your way shortly. I will talk to you guys all later. As usual, peace out.